Hello everyone, this is Mohandan Raghavan. Today we are going to see the topic if-else block inside the Go language. How if-else block works inside the Go language? Is there any special option available for the Go language in case of if-else block? That we are going to discuss in this video. Just jump into the code. We are going to discuss the if-else block inside the function. However, we have not covered the function explicitly in this series, but we will understand this function and we will see how if-else block works inside this. Since if else and else if block is just a subset of, let's say, the overall block, we are going to see all together. So that means that we are going to see if and else block together. So that means that it will be the simple understanding about the if or if else together, right? So in this case, we are going to discuss the function called greet, and it will have the input hour, which is type of integer, and it will return the type of Boolean. So this is the signature understanding from the line number 18. And then after we are having the if. So that means that if is the our input having the value less than 12 and greater than 0, then we are printing good morning and we are returning the true. In case of if it is false, or in case of if this condition fails, then it will go to the else if. So else if, it will go and it will check for the other condition because we have the else if. Then it will check the condition hour is greater than 12 and less than 24. It will print good evening and it will return the true value. Even this condition also fails, it will go to the else block, which is the last block. It will check for the condition. That means that here there is no condition, directly it will jump into the else block. So that means that if both condition fails in the previous two blocks, it will just go into the else block. It will print wrong hour, please enter between 0 to 24. It's a typo, it is 0 to 24. Okay, fine. And then after we are returning the value as false, because we are returning the value in all the blocks because we have the return type as Boolean. So if you don't return any, let's say the Boolean value, it will fail and it will just opposite to the signature. So in every block, we are making sure that at least we are returning any one Boolean value. Okay, fine. This function is understandable and we are just minimizing this one. And now we will go to the main function. So main function, we are just calling the greet function. So with 9, which will print the good morning, greet 21, which will print good evening, and greet 99, which is the out of border. So we will be getting the, let's say, the wrong input message, and we will be getting the false value. So as of now, I will just ignore this if else block that we are going to discuss. So I will comment this one and run only the remaining code. So go run. File name is main.go. Here you can see for the greet 9, we are getting the good morning and true, and greet 21, we are getting the good evening, and greet 99, we are getting the wrong hour, please enter value between 0 to 24, and the return value is false. Okay, it is just straightforward, we could understand and we could re-relate, right? But what about the new category here? So in case, let's say, rather than getting this variable, or say you are calling the function, you are just saving into some variable, or you can print directly. In this case, we are printing directly. So in if else block, we have other condition as well. So for example, in previous if blocks, if you see carefully, you are having all the inputs already. That means that hour is already taken by the function. With the function value, you are just checking your condition, hour is lesser than or greater than of some value. But what say if you want to just declare the variable there itself and you want to check that one based on the dynamic input. So that is available inside the Go language by using the shorthand notation. So for example, here if class, and rather than mentioning the variable which you got already, I'm just creating a new variable here and I'm just assigning the value. But this time I'm not assigning the value directly, even though here I'm just assigning the value from the other function. The function may return false or true based on the different conditions in runtime, right? So based on the condition, it may return or false, true or false. So that's where the temp variable will be getting the value. It can be anything. It can be true or it can be false. Then after, based on the temp condition, if it is a true, it will print this. If it is a false, it will not print. Or if you have the if else block, it will go to the if else block or else block. So in this condition, if you just check this one, so I will comment the previous lines so that we will focus on only this area. And let's say this is some function which will return the value dynamically in the runtime. But in our case, we know that it will possibly returning the true value. So if it is a true, it will be printing the valid input, right? So let's execute and see. Here you can see good morning and valid input. So that means that good morning from this, let's say this one, and it returning the true. So here returning the true, so based on the true, it is printing the valid input. Let's say I'm having something called else block. And let's say I want to send something. Rather than going to this one, I will just make invalid input here. Let's change this. Okay, invalid input. So let's say this is coming from the different database or the different user input. So let's say I'm just typing the greet 99, and it should be continuing with this one as per the syntax rules. So just add from this one. Probably it will go yes. So else block should start from the previous block in braces. So then only it will work. Otherwise, it will be giving the error. Okay, fine. So we have the greet 99. So definitely it will give the false. So it will check for the temp. It is false. So it will go to the else block. It will print invalid input. So you can see invalid input at the same time from the same function we are returning the value. Sorry, we are returning the false and we are printing the wrong hour also. So this way, this can be dynamic. So you can use the initialize and you can just check the condition directly, or you can have the value already. You can check the different if else condition. So this is about the if else block inside the Go language. So thank you all. Thank you for watching and have a great day.